Did you guys hear the F. Bush on CNN?
Nope, haven't heard that either.
Well, I guess we should warn people the F word is coming. It's time to just add the F word to the English language.
Well, this was on CNN, so it's news.
Well, every day, the FCC is uptight about it. Somebody else using the F word.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm sure there'll be something going on with this. There's a protester just shouting F. Bush over and over again on CNN.
People very upset when their children hear that word. Like they never hear it around the house.
It's just a word that everyone has heard, no matter how old you are.
When Daddy yells it at Mommy. Sitting there at home. You effing bitch, yeah. When she spills the coffee in the restaurant.
Anthony, some people had a happy childhood.
I had a happy childhood, but I definitely heard some cursing. What, parents never argued? I remember a plate of spaghetti being thrown at a wall near a telephone. It sticks in my head. Yeah, motherfucker, you win. Pop just threw this thing. It's stuck, and the kids are just horrified, sitting at the table, quiet, watching the spaghetti slowly fall off the wall, smear down, as their argument goes flying into, like, another room, and you hear the mumble, as we're just silently watching the spaghetti roll down the wall with the sauce, and as my stomach goes from hungry little kid eating his spaghetti to nauseous little knot of anger and anxiety. Thanks, Mom and Dad. Did a bang-up job there.
I had something like that happen growing up. I remember my parents were arguing over the steak, and my father goes, "You're going to bother me about a steak?" And he tipped over the table, and my mother's like trying to give him carrots. He's like, "You called those carrots?" Then my uncle came over and they left, and she's yelling, "Suck 'em, baby! Suck 'em, you queer!" Out the window.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Happens to all of
They
us.
just don't know what they're doing with that arguing stuff, parents.
All right, we're going to play the CNN footage.
Footage?
Well, not, the audio of the protester.
This went out over the air on CNN.
Yeah.
All right.
Take a listen to this.
If the president looks out his window, this is what he will see. These are some of the pictures, some of the images you see. You can read those signs. Worst ever, a picture of George W. Bush, guilty of war crimes. These are some of the pictures that the president is about to see if he hasn't seen them yet. If he looks out of his window, that's what he will see. And I would venture to say this is not, if he's thinking at all of getting out of the limo, and this would not be the right place to do that. Bob Franken, you're there. Tell us what's going on.
Crowds are being faced off with police who are trained and coordinated, several hundred, probably close to 1,000, to say nothing of all those who are in the parade going past. So what you have is a face-off. What is pretty much a polite day here after the hearing just a moment ago. It seems that for whatever reason the crowd has been held down. Some of the organizers are saying one of the reasons is that it is so prohibitively difficult to get in past all the speeding.
All right, Bob, I'm going to interrupt you. We're having a little trouble hearing you. It's very noisy where you are.
Yeah, nice cover-up.
Did they mic the heckler? He had clearer audio than the guy.
Yeah, the heckler you hear.
Does that surprise you on CNN?
No, not at all. That they would point out those signs.
And they're like, it's all very peaceful.
Shut up.
See, this is why one of the worst bands in the country was Sarin Gas.
Really?
Yeah, that could have been used to great effect yesterday.
Lob a few into the crowd.
Bands. They said one of the worst bands.
No, I didn't.
To come out to as a comic?
No, I didn't know what he meant. I'm like,
I thought I heard bands too.
yeah, I think he said one of the worst bands. I'm like, who?
Bands.
Let's not get into details. It's really not worth going back over.